This is the sprint demo for the end of H2 Work Cycle 1, Sprint 3, as well as for the end of the entire Work Cycle 1 for this project. And we have quite a few things to show you today, so let's get started. The first thing I want to show you is that we have added a couple of things to the collection form. So the first thing is that you can add related links. And when we're finished, I will show you what that looks like. And the other thing is that we've added a couple of checkboxes here around the collection participants. These allow collection managers to determine which conditions will send certain email notifications to either other participants, other managers or reviewers of the collection, or to depositors on the collection. So I'm going to deposit this, and then we will need to wait just a few seconds before we can go have a look at what that looks like. In the meantime, I will show you that normally these tables are going to only display 4 items per table on the dashboard page so that the dashboard pages don't get too long. But we've now implemented this link here so that if your collection has more than 4 deposits in it, you'll be able to go to a page to see all of the deposits in your collection. Let's go down here and see if Pine Tree is done yet. Okay, so now we're going to go see the collection details page. So this is new as well. So this is the collection details page for this collection. It has all the information here. Here's our related link. So we've added a link to Irving Berlin. And this page shows all the details and history information for this particular collection. On this tab here, you can see all of the deposits in this collection. So if you can remember, on the dashboard page, we saw only 4 items listed, but this collection actually has 6 items in it. So we can see all of them here on this details page. Okay, we're going to go back to the dashboard. And I want to show you one more thing here. And that is that we've also implemented this administrators table at the bottom. So only administrators of the app are going to see this, not depositors or collection managers or reviewers. And this gives an overview of all of the collections in the application, including the total number of items in each one and the states of all of those items and when that collection was last touched. So another thing that we've begun implementing during the last sprint are the email notifications. So one of those notifications is a notification that the item I have submitted has been returned to me for changes. So I'm going to look at testing email notification 1. And in this case, I'm serving as the reviewer of this object as well. So I'm going to say that this is inadequate. And I'm going to return it to the depositor for changes. And we should be able to see very quickly, there it is, that there's an email in my inbox from the system that says, "Dear Amy, your deposit, test email notification 1 to the collection," which is titled "A New Collection with the Review Workflow On, in the SDR has been returned to you with the following comments. Please add more to your abstract." And then there's a link where you can go directly to edit your item, and then a link where you can submit questions or ask for help in doing this. Another feature that's been implemented is the ability to delete a draft item. So up until the point that you actually deposit the object in the SDR, you can still delete it. And so I just want to demonstrate that for you here, that's the little trash can item for draft objects. The system says, "Are you sure you want to delete this draft work? It can't be undone." And I'm going to say, "Yep, I really want to do that." And then if we go back down here to Pine Tree, that object is no longer showing up here. And if we want to just double check, we can go to our complete listing and see that the sisters object is no longer showing up here as well. So the last thing I want to show you today is automatic generation of preferred citations. So I'm going to create a deposit to this collection. And I'm going to scroll down here first and show you what this looks like before we've ever started it. So this is the citation for this deposit, and the use default citation toggle is on. And by default, it has the text and formatting that is common to all the default citations already listed here. So it's going to build from this sort of base bit of information. So I'm going to go up here and we're going to start filling this in. I'm going to also include some things that I need in order to deposit this so we can see the whole effect. I'm going to add in a title, and then I'm going to scroll down. I want you to see how this builds as we go. It now has the title inserted in here, an awesome deposit. And then if we go in and add, we need an email address. Let's say we add Mike Keller as an author. It's now showing Mike Keller listed here as an author. And then let's say we want to add Mimi as an event coordinator. And you'll see that she's now listed in here as well as one of the authors. There are several ways that the date can get inserted into the citation. One of those is by adding it here as the actual publication date on the item. And so when you do that, you'll see the publication date is now updated here as well. And I'm going to add just some stuff in here to make sure we can deposit this. You can also edit these things and it will automatically update. So I'm going to go in here and change this to an extra awesome deposit. And you'll see that the title here is now updated in our default citation. If you decide, for example, let's say that while you want Mimi listed as the event coordinator, you don't think that quite deserves authorship in the citation, like a listing in the citation, and so you want to edit this, you can turn this off and the text that is already there will stay, and then you can edit this. Now, it won't automatically update any longer at this point, so you'd want to wait until you were totally done with any of the automatic additions that you wanted. And this is placeholder text right here, so once this has been deposited and we know what the purl will be, then that automatically gets updated. So that's what I wanted to show you. That's why I wanted to completely deposit this item for you. Okay, so here you will probably remember this from, I think, the last sprint video, that the deposit in progress is just showing us that it's working. Our purl will be available up here when it's finished. Our default citation is down here, and we have this available at link that is there for right now. And we'll just wait for a few seconds for this to update so that you can see the completion of the default citation. So here's the purl, and here's our completed citation.